Afternoon, everyone. I hope you had a lovely weekend. Today, I want us to talk about services that are rendered by our institutions for free. I'm going to talk about legal aid, South Africa. I'm going to talk about our law clinics, and I'm going to talk about our courts. Why do I want to talk about this free service that is rendered by our institutions? I just want people to understand that it might be free, the service to you, but behind the scenes, it's not free because people have been employed to render that service to you, which is actually money from the taxpayers. At the same time, these people that have been employed to render that service, it means they need time. So that time is very important, and you need to make sure that you consider that for that matter to be dealt with, they have assigned a person and they have assigned time. And sometimes they get a private people to deal with your matter, which needs to be paid. So now, let's say you have a domestic violence matter. You go to the domestic violence office. The officials help you with completion of the form, and then it's taken to a magistrate, and the magistrate, you'll find that it's either you are granted the interim protection order or you are granted a Form 5 whereby it's written the other party should come and show cause why they should not be granted, that why you should not be granted protection order. So thereafter, that document, after whether it's an interim protection order or Form 5, it's taken by you to the police. The police, they escort you to serve it on the person that you are going against. So now, when that form or the interim protection order is granted, there's going to be a date. On that date, it's a date where you need to come to court so that they can make the interim protection order final, or for the other person to come and show cause why you should not be granted a protection order. So now, during that time, it might happen that you decide to reconcile with the other party. My advice would be, firstly, you go to legal aid or to the law clinic and inform them that you are not proceeding with the protection order because of some changes, because of the circumstances, so that legal aid do not send out and the law clinic do not send out their practitioners to go to court where you are not going to be available. The same thing you need to do for our courts. You go to the court official in the domestic violence court. You, at the same time, do the very same thing and say, I have reconciled with my partner, or he has moved to another province, so there's no need for the protection order, so you don't want to proceed with the matter. So that on the day of the court, your matter is not, because sometimes you find that the magistrate would give you time that maybe you delayed because you are coming from the township, maybe there's issues with transport, maybe there are reasons, so let us give you another 30 minutes just to wait and see that you are before court. You understand? So just imagine that time could be utilized for other things. Now they have to wait for you and you are not coming on that day. And your matter is then struck off the roll. You understand? You could have saved a lot because of sometimes when there's an affidavit in that court file, or whether there's a note in that court file, then the magistrate just looks at the note and then will know that these ones are struck off, meaning they are not proceeding. These ones are matters that are going to proceed. And it then shortens the time sometimes of the matter be dealt in court, because of then the presiding officer will then be able to assist with other matters in the chambers. And the same thing with the legal aid and the law clinics. They might be able to and then not come to court and waste time, but they will be able to assist or work on other matters. So that is why I'm saying it's very important as a nation that we think about these things. It happens sometimes that somebody decides they want to deal with eviction matters, and for some reason then they decide that they are no longer or they are proceeding, but they are not contacting the attorney, because it happens sometimes that the very same public institutions that are providing services for free, they would then assign some of the matters to the private attorneys. Then the private attorneys contact you, and then from there, for some reason, maybe you lose your phone. Even if you've lost your phone, please go back to the attorney or to legal aid and inform them, or to the law clinic and say, I no longer have a phone and I no longer have interest in proceeding with the matter. Just imagine how many people you would have assisted by your act of reporting back on your decision, or that you're no longer interested in proceeding with your matter. So I just wanted to say, yes, we have these services that are rendered for free, but please, let's be responsible adults and save costs for other people to be able to get the very same services without further delays. But what people need to understand, again, when it comes to GBV, when you open, you report a person, to withdraw that case is not easy anymore. And when you are a police officer and there was a complaint against you in a domestic violence, unfortunately, you can go to the lady or whoever that has reported you. Mostly it's relationship. The courts, they won't grant that. They will refuse that you withdraw that case. So one thing that people need to know is that there are cases that you cannot withdraw, especially where it involves GBV. Those cases you can never withdraw. They will go to court and they will be decided in court. And if they have to sentence the person, that person would be sentenced. Yes, where there's no GBV involved, a matter can be withdrawn. But when it comes to GBV matters, please don't even waste your time. That will not be withdrawn. So that's basically what I wanted to say. Please, let's use these free services responsibly and make sure that all of us, we are able to use the services. It shouldn't be about one person and make sure that the others do not receive the services, and while you know very well you have no interest in proceeding with the matter. Thank you very much. I hope this information would be of assistance for those that wish to open cases. They need to know that some of the cases you can't open based on the fact of what it involves. Have a lovely week and enjoy the rest of the day. Love you.